7. Barrett outside, the switch. Doncic goes, oh, what a great step! And then he hammers it home! Broke his ankles!
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all is well. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I really do appreciate it. And I know you guys are doing well because the New York Knicks just came out victorious. They're back at 500. They are 7-7. They went into Utah, came out victorious on the road. The Utah Jazz were actually undefeated on the road entering this game. They were 10-5 entering this game. They would be 10-3, but they've been kind of on a skid. They lost the Washington Wizards and they lost the Philadelphia 76ers, even though that was a very close competitive game. Joel Embiid had a damn near quadruple double. He was just an absolute GOAT in that game. Joel Embiid was absolutely amazing. So they're undefeated on the road. They're this 10-5 team, and I know some people are going to say it's a fluky team and all that, but if you watch this team play under Marty, they play hard. Like, they play extremely hard. They move the ball very well. They're a superstar unit. They may not have that superstar, but you could just tell there's a good energy within that organization, or there's a good energy when you watch this team play. It's a collective unit. You know, Jordan Clarkson sacrificed his role from last year. He's into the starting lineup now. Lauri Markkanen's playing like a star they acquired from the Cleveland Cavaliers, you know, via the Donovan Mitchell trade. You have Mike Conley that's in that veteran role. You have Malik Beasley coming off the bench. You have Walker Kessler who's playing pretty damn good as a rookie. You have Vanderbilt. Like, there may not be a superstar again, but this team plays hard, and they definitely deserve respect, at least at this point of what culture they're really building. So this was a good win by the New York Knicks for sure. We were able to close it out when it came to the fourth quarter, which was a good feeling. You know, it wasn't really kind of scary when it came to the fourth quarter. The Jazz hit some shots, but then the Knicks hit shots when it mattered most as well. And then we got stops when it mattered most, and it became the foul game, which means we didn't really give the Jazz a chance when it came to the final minute or 40 seconds, at least you can say. It's like the defensive effort was way better than the Oklahoma City Thunder game. So when it came to the first quarter, I'm not going to lie, offensively, I was not a fan of the way we played in the first quarter. Right off the bat, I liked the Randall 3, I liked the bucket by Brunson, but then we had a stagnant patch offensively that we're not able to score for 3 minutes, and the Jazz are moving the ball a lot better than us. To be completely real with you guys, the offense was atrocious when it came to the fast break. We're getting out and running. We forced a couple turnovers, but we would have these 3-on-1 situations. We would either drop the ball, miscommunication, not make the right read, and it would just like be 2 or 3 times that we're not able to score when it comes to these 3-on-1 opportunities. It was just an absolute joke. We were not able to hit our threes from the outside. It was just absolutely atrocious the way we were playing in the first quarter offensively, because the main reason we were able to stay in this game was because of the defense. And then eventually we did start to get things going due to Cam Reddish. He had a very nice drive. And then when the Utah Jazz second unit actually came in this game, like, they played well. They did. But eventually they started to play some street hero ball. You know, Colin Sexton started to over dribble at times. They started to really turn the ball over. And the New York Knicks were able to execute off of those turnovers. And I thought our second unit played pretty damn well. I thought Obi Toppin was amazing from beyond the arc in this basketball game. I believe all 4 of his field goals were 3-pointers. He had big-time 3-pointers and big-time spots. He was one of the main reasons we won this game. Emmanuel Quickly, he continues to be pretty damn solid defensively. He hit some big buckets in this game. The second unit was definitely one of the main reasons we won this game. And the Utah Jazz actually coming into this game were top in scoring when it comes to their bench, but the New York Knicks bench played more discipline and didn't turn the ball over as much. And speaking of turnovers, Julius Randle was extremely frustrating in this game. I understand there's a well-balanced attack, but if you just watched from an eyeball test perspective, Randle was just awful taking care of the basketball. His IQ, his decision making, I may just sound like a broken record at this point, but there was an opportunity, a fast break, Cam Reddish wide open in the corner calling for the ball, doesn't even look up, he turns the ball over, which results in a bucket. Like, there were so many times we gave the Jazz momentum because of a Julius Randle turnover. Just sometimes he puts his head down, tries to be a bull too much when it comes to the interior. Just stupid decisions with the basketball. Came into the fourth quarter, turned the ball over. Like, he was just careless with the ball. I really didn't like the way Julius Randle played from a basketball IQ perspective at all. But there's blame to go around also. Like, not everyone played a perfect game. Like, RJ, apparently he was sick. And by the way, Fournier didn't play at all in this game. We didn't see any crimes though. But you take a look at RJ. RJ didn't play that well either. RJ, I thought it was pretty good defensively. We kept like their best players in check, at least offensive players, or offensive player like Lauri Markkanen. he didn't really play like at that all-star level that he's been playing at, because he's been playing at an extremely high level. Kelly Olynyk got his. He had over 20 points. He had a good game for sure, scoring the ball, almost fouled out of that basketball game. Mike Conley, we kept him in check. He's been kind of pedestrian offensively these last few games. He's been struggling for the Utah Jazz. But RJ Barrett was just like, apparently he's been sick. At the end of the day, like, sick or not, he's been like, you got to make those layups. You got to be able to finish at the basket. And there was a possession that he kind of like forced it too far away from the basket. Should have put the ball on the floor one more time. He was missing his free throws. He missed some wide open threes from beyond the arc. And one of them could have been an ultimate dagger, but he went on to miss it. But it was kind of like out of reach anyway, because it became the free throw game in the fourth quarter. But he needs to knock down those open threes. He needs to knock down those free throws. Like, he has to stop being so inconsistent when it comes to shooting. I know he's actually been better since those first couple of games, but there's just still moments that I'm like, come on, you got to make that, man. You got to make that. You know, he did get to the free throw line. That is a positive, and I thought his defense was pretty decent. But outside of that, RJ did not play that good. He had a couple nice moments coming off of screens or cutting. We actually gave him consistent touches, so there's no really excuses in this game. We gave him touches when it came to cutting, had some nice finishes around the basket, but he didn't play that well. But one of the main reasons also we won this game was Cam Reddish was amazing. Like, this was a gritty, like, tough, like, there was over 20 lead changes in this game. Like, this was such a back and forth game. This was a defensive game because both of these teams had stagnant patches offensively. But Cam Reddish, another good game. What do you have? Nearly 20 points. He shot it well from the outside, finished very well, had a beautiful and one. He has some of the best dexterity. He is he is the third best layup package probably on this team behind Brunson and Derrick Rose, or maybe second. Maybe you could say Brunson's is more fundamental, but Cam Reddish shows off his finesse. He shows off his defense, and I hope he continues to play well and consistent and shoot the ball well, because we need his athleticism, we need his size, we need his shot creation moving forward, which could help us with upside. We'll see if he keeps it up, though. That's been the big thing with him throughout his career, consistency, but he knocked down 2 clutch free throws. He just made big plays for us, and he's definitely been the bright spot the last couple games. But at the end of the day, the New York Knicks need to cut out the turnovers. That kept the Jazz in this game, but the Knicks also capitalized off of the Jazz's turnovers after they were killing us, because they have a guy named Simone Fontecchio, I believe his name is. He's from Italy. He was just stroking the triple at one point. He was killing us, but I love the way we ended that second quarter on a very high note. I believe Mike Conley turned the ball over. Obi Toppin ended up making a big-time three, and then the Jazz had an empty triple offensively. Randall, I have to give credit to Randall here, pushing the pace, threw it to Brunson, like three falling out of bounds from the corner, beat the buzzer, and we're up 3 entering halftime. And in the second half, though, yeah, that's where the frustration with RJ really happened, when it came to the missed free throws, the missed finishes at the basket, because I thought he played pretty well in that first half. Like, it seemed like a very well balanced attack. I remember Reddish hit a ridiculous, like, off balance, just like a deep 2, like all smothered all over him. At first I thought it was a 3, but he just hit timely shots. That's what I got to say about the New York Knicks. They got timely buckets. Brunson got timely buckets for us, like Obi Toppin did, Emmanuel quickly did, and that was the story of the game, really, just getting big-time buckets and big-time spots, and I feel like we haven't really been doing that lately, or been put in the position to do that lately because of our defense. But you got to give credit to Malik Beasley. There was some scare that the Jazz were going to pull away, because Malik Beasley had 10 when it came to that third quarter. He had some big-time threes. We weren't able to stop Walker Kessler rolling to the basket. He got some second-chance opportunities. He played like a bulldog. We're up like 8 points after them hitting some threes, getting some buckets. We're stagnant offensively, and then eventually we got some trips together. Obi hit a huge 3 that actually cut it to a 1-point game, and then quickly had a very nice lob to Sims, 7-0 run. Like, we're up 1, and then Fontecchio actually responds with a 3 of his own. Like, he was playing pretty damn well, for them to be completely honest. He had a nice defensive possession on RJ Barrett. He was able to finish out the basket as well. But yeah, Sims played his heart out. Like, he had over 10 rebounds, and he just gave us like 5 offensive rebounds. He was a nice lob threat. He just needs to stay out of foul trouble, though. He just commits too many fouls, and maybe that's just him wanting to block every shot, but hopefully he learns about that throughout his career. But the tip outs, like, he played his heart out. He played very, very hard. He even knocked down his free throw when he got there. But our centers need to do a better job getting out of foul trouble, though. Like, Hartenstein was in foul trouble in this game as well. Like, there's too many swapping back and forth, and that's why I want to see the Randall and Obi lineups, because we can't count on our centers to really consistently stay out of foul trouble as well. Maybe it was a size factor, though, why Tibbs didn't make that decision, like when Obi was playing well, took him out fourth quarter, put Randall in, very frustrating. Like, just play them at the same time. But the fourth quarter is when we really took over. Obi hit a huge three for the lead. Sims, because Fonchio gave them the lead back with that three to pretty much beat the buzzer. But there was like 2 milliseconds left in the fourth quarter. Sims' offensive rebound kick out to Obi for the three, which was huge. But then Sims picks up 5 fouls. Again, just very undisciplined. And Walker Kessler was having his own with him. Kelly Olynyk was having his own with him. Olynyk was getting buckets. And again, there was over 20 lead changes in this game, but quickly ends up hitting back-to-back three-pointers, which gave us a 5-point lead. Hartenstein had a tip in for his first bucket of the game, so a huge bucket in a big spot. We know he plays extremely hard, so second chance opportunities definitely helped us out. Brunson gets a floater. Before you know it, we're up 10 points because the Jazz aren't able to get anything offensively, and we're converting on the defense side of the basketball. Playing defense with our feet and not our hands. I thought we're way more disciplined than last game. We're on this 18-4 run. The Jazz really couldn't do anything offensively at all. Brunson took over. He scored like 8 straight points for us when it came to that fourth quarter. There were some scary moments at times when they got some buckets, but it pretty much became the free throw game at the very end for 10 seconds or something like that. Reddish hit some clutch free throws. They fouled him in a moment they didn't mean to foul him. So the New York Knicks were just a better team. And usually I'm saying the New York Knicks are the team that shot themselves in the foot, which we did. Like those fast break opportunities. We had some bad turnovers as well. Randall, but the Jazz turned it over a lot. They committed some stupid fouls, and they were more stagnant offensively than us. But let me know down below your thoughts on this game. Peace out, y'all. Let's go Knicks.